Hi, I'm coming to you from California. Um, God has given me several dreams, and I've been feeling convicted that I have not been sharing them. I do want to go back a little bit, back to when I was a teenager, just to give you one dream, a real short dream. It's about the second coming of Christ. And basically, I was on the floor laying with my face flat on the ground, and I was staring at a chicken or something, and it was laying on its back, and we both couldn't get up because of the glory of God was so powerful. And the only thing I can think of was, oh God, I hope Jesus takes me. And I was not living right at the time when I had the dream. I was a teenager rebelling against my parents, and God knows what I was doing. But anyways, that was the dream that I had back when I was a teenager. Now, fast forward to present time. I had a dream that, and I'm from San Francisco, so I lived there for a while. But when I had this dream, I was not living in San Francisco. But in the dream, I was living in San Francisco, and I was sitting. I had a window. The window was the size of a room, and I was looking at the view of all the skyscrapers and all the buildings like downtown San Francisco. And so I had this view, and then all of a sudden, here comes all these planes together, and it looked like maybe about 11 planes or so, maybe more. And next thing you know, they were coming out the buildings in downtown San Francisco. And then the next scene, you see where the buildings were, there was no more. It was just like piles of smoke and dust. And then the next scene, you see the like the military setting up camp and tents, and you see their Humvees and all that coming through. That was real disturbing for me because I was born in San Francisco and I love San Francisco, so it was destroyed. My next dream was basically Revelations chapter 9 talks about the locusts. And in my dream, I had a dream that I was on an island somewhere, maybe in Middle East or Mediterranean, and I had these parents. The man and the wife seemed to be of like Jewish or Mediterranean descent of some sort, and I was walking with them, and everybody was running and taking off and getting off, evacuating the island. And I was talking to my father. He was like a spiritual father to me. And I was talking to him. I said, well, everybody's evacuating. Should we leave? And he was like, no, everything will be okay. And as we're walking, it's like these dirt roads. And then we come around the corner, and there's this small mountain. And it has like these openings for like, I don't know if it's like caves to pits or whatever. It was like layered. So all of a sudden, in each of these openings, there was appeared angels, and they had on these white garments. It was like bright white, and I knew instantly they were angels. And I said to my spiritual father, I said, "Hey, those are angels," and he said, "Yeah, that's okay." And then the angels disappeared, and then out came the locusts that were in Revelations. And I knew that in the dream. And I looked to my father. I said, it's the locusts that are going to, sting people and torment people for 5 months. In the dream, I knew that to be true. So when I said that it's the locusts, my father said, it's okay, they won't hurt you. And then I said, I got to go back to the United States and I have to go and tell my family. So I went back and I went and I told my family, and a specific family member I had to pray for. And I asked him, I said, look, you don't have any time. There's no time left. And when I started praying for them, the Holy Spirit just came through in the dream. And then I woke up, and that dream was so real. It was so real. And I think it was a warning to let us know that there is no time. And then the next dream that I had was a dream about the United States being attacked, but it was a specific area, and I believe it was the valley in California, Northern California, because I live in Northern California, and I was going on vacation, and I was up in the mountains, but I could see down in the valley, and all of a sudden, and I have a illustration of what I seen, but I seen like these they were like luminous clouds, and they're like real pretty, kind of like what you may see in the, like, soon as the sun sets, but it hadn't quite set yet. And I was looking at these clouds and I was just amazed. And I look at the sky a lot in real life. And so when I looked at these clouds, it was like someone went and part of the cloud disappeared on top, and then all of a sudden I could see that there was this ship, like a spaceship almost. And I've never seen anything like it. So if our military or another country's military has it, I haven't seen it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. Anyways, it was like kind of like shaped like this, but all the way around. And each one of these was like a spaceship, like a fighter jet. And I was just staring. And then all of a sudden, one of them broke apart, and another one broke apart, and it went twirling down, and then it like hovered over the valley and started shooting bombs left and right. And I was like, oh my God, we're under attack. And I started running, and I was running down this black tar road. It was like almost fresh up in the mountains where I was at, because I was trying to get to my loved one that I was with. And I was like, I gotta get to him. And then a voice in my head, which could have been from the Lord, said, there's no time. You're not going to get there in time. And so I have illustrated kind of what the spaceship kind of looked like. This is not a good drawing, but anyways, it was all put together like this, and then it broke apart. So this is the part, like, it broke apart, and that was flying around shooting, and there was like all these broke apart, and they were shooting all over the place. So when that started to happen, I called out Jesus very loud. I'm like, Jesus, because I thought the rapture was about to happen. It didn't happen. And I was like, okay. And that's when I started running, looking for my loved one. And so those are